last we left off, you guys had made it to Nafi and were stopped by some very rude guards that wished to take your money for entrance. And Rana went in alone and went to the Church of Exaltal. I can never remember how to pronounce it. And he found Hisbon there and talked to them. And now Rana is at the gate trying to... I think... Are you trying to leave? Because the party would be able to see you if you wanted to get their attention. Yeah, but they would still be able to see you. Big gate.
I react to Rona's wave and come over.
Okay. How are you going to communicate this?
Well, I don't know I have this cantrip yet, so...
I have no idea what you just said. You completely cut out.
I don't know I have this cantrip yet. So I can't do message. I'm sure I have spare pieces of paper. I'm gonna grab a spare piece of paper and something to write with, and mage hand it over to Rana.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I saw that nat 20.
How fast can the mage hand move?
I'd say average speed, I think.
Oh, it was 20 feet.
Oh, it can't leave 30 feet away from me. Well, no, you have to be within 30 feet of me for it to be even be able to reach. My mage hand's range is only 30 feet.
Yeah, it can move 30 feet in one turn.
So never... Oh, no, its max distance is 30.
Yes, but it can also move 30 feet in one turn.
Isn't he more than 30 feet away?
I would say no. I'd say more like 20.
Okay.
Roll. What was on the note?
No, I was giving him the supplies for him to write a note to us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so one of the guards, as you're very obviously pushing this pen and paper across it through the gate, grabs the mage hand and all the shit, and looks and goes, "No trading between the gate. If you want to get in, pay the fee." He just like throws the shit on the ground.
Rude.
What if I try? Did Rana just hit the guard with gold?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I was turning on my camera. Rana apparently forgot what Hispawn told them. Emotions, both of them. Oh, okay, okay, never mind. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay. So, so you throw 20 gold pieces at the guard.
Poor guard.
I'm gonna make a major deck save. Okay, yeah, he catches the gold somehow. Like you see, you throw it, and it's just like just clumps it all together, and they open the gate for you, and they let both of you in,
Okay.
glaring at you.
Oh, this is a nice scene.
They're all glaring at you, but they do let you in.
I curtsy. Yeah, I
The
curtsy
one
at the guards.
who looks like he's about to stab you.
That's fine. I walk forward.
Okay. I'm waiting for Rana to finish before I describe things. Okay.
Abigail stays silent at that.
So, as you're walking through the town, you kind of see the town itself. It looks relatively modern. It looks like just like a generally small town. But it looks kind of run down. And there are these guys in black scale mail around every corner. And they seem to just they've just struck fear into every single person that's here. And no one will make eye contact with them. People will go to the other side of the sidewalk if they see one. People are generally scared of these people. And this place just looks like it's been completely kind of flipped by these guys.
Right.
Eventually, you guys make it to the Church of Axolotl, whatever. And it's just like this big circular dome-like structure with a peak coming out of the middle. And the door is just like this big, like wrought iron and copper door, and on it is a big, I don't know how. It's just a square, like one face of a Rubik's cube, essentially.
Well, that's a rather interesting door.
You knock on the door, and for a while you hear nothing, and eventually you hear a click, click, and the door gently slides open, and you see the girl that you saw last time a shorter, blonde-haired girl. She says nothing as she looks at all of you, and she just nods and opens the door. And all of you can see that it's still only Hisbon in this temple. You're welcome. And she closes the door behind you guys and then scampers off to do whatever the fuck she's doing.
Okay.
Hisbon turns to you guys. He cocks his head. Interesting. Are any of you hurt?
No, we were not.
Besides my claw.
Laser, say something again.
Not really, besides my claw.
I can barely hear you. The lightning wall, yeah.
Imagine not being resistant to lightning damage.
I'm gonna restart Discord really fast.
Alright, I'm gonna pause.
What else think? Alright. Immune to poison. Well, good for you. Oh, okay. Sorry, my brain just completely just fucking died. So, Hisbon looks at all of you. He just looks confused. He looks very clearly confused. And he shakes his head, and you can see that he's just completely disheveled. Like he just, he had a bad night at the bar or something, and he got really fucking roughed up. He's covered it, in splotches of dirt, and generally looks like he's had a bad time. And he just looks at all three and goes, Do you have the artifact?
I pull it out of my bag.
He just stares at it and walks over to you. And he grabs it and looks at it. And he gets out this, eyeglass and holds it up to his eye and looks really deeply into it. And eventually he's like, okay. One of many. I suppose a reward is in order. And he puts it in his bag. And he digs through his bag for the gold. And Abigail, you can feel the eye go back into your pocket.
Oh, yeah, I saw this coming. You... you move... Just as a note, I cannot leave my possession.
He looks confused. What do you mean?
Look back where you put it.
He looks through his bag. What?
And I pull it out again.
Oh. That's a problem.
And what did you mean by one of many?
Well, I guess since you're stuck with it, I might as well tell you. I am trying to find a collection of ancient dragon artifacts in order to bring back the dragons.
That's
And
an ambitious goal.
Wait, bring them back. Weren't they tyrannical?
no, it's more like their territory got taken over. And bringing them back and using them would be extremely beneficial to everyone involved. But since he thinks for a moment, maybe you guys can help me with this then. Since you do have it, you might actually be able to use it. You've noticed the people in Black Scale Mill, correct? I mean, you would have had to get in.
Yes.
The unpleasant folk?
Yeah. They're known as the Black Dragons. They've basically taken over this entire town and have put a massive linchpin into the trade route between every other country and Teos. As this is the probably closest town on the way to Teos from... Jesus. I can't fucking use the map, apparently. From Teos to Agnion. And I'm not really sure why, but I do know that their leader, Yizer, has one of these artifacts. More like a piece of one, but is using it in order to control both the Black Dragons and the city.
Well, that isn't good.
Here, if I could have the window open more than once. Yizer.
Okay.
Now, if you do manage to defeat or at least obtain Yizer's artifact and bring it back to me, I will give you the rest of the money. But since I cannot actually acquire the artifact, I really can't give you the rest of the money, if that makes sense.
I'm vaguely confused.
It's not our fault. The artifact belongs to the first person that touched it. If you knew about this ahead of time, we would have touched it with a cloth or put it in a bag without touching it with our hands.
He just looks irritated at that, like, not at you, but just like something he remembers. He's just like, okay. Get me Yizer's artifact. and I'll give you the rest of the money. Shouldn't be that difficult, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
And if you help me get the rest of them, you can keep it. I wouldn't be against that. But this city really needs to not be completely locked down like it is.
Rana's right. If it bonds, then the only way to get it is to kill it. I would assume.
Goddamn, I cannot hear what you're saying. I got you up 200%.
Oh, I don't know what's up.
I'm gonna turn Discord up. Say it again.
Rana's right. If it bonds, that'll make it difficult to get.
If it, I can. Is it me or am I crazy? I don't know what's happening.
It's me as well.
Okay. Sorry, it's just like you're both quiet and weirdly robot-y, so like even if I could hear you, I can't understand you. Okay.
Well, it looks like we might just have to cut his life a bit short. I'm sure he's lived a fulfilling life with how much he's lining his pockets.
Sure, I guess. I'm not the biggest fan of murder, but
Oh,
if it frees the people here, I guess I can't object.
it's just a permanent vacation. Don't think of it like murder.
I see. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask?
Do you know where the Black Dragon's main hub of activity is? Like where their headquarters is?
That seems to be a secret. I've honestly tried to find them, but they hold it pretty close to their chest. It doesn't seem to be anywhere obvious or not like a big tower or something. You might have to snoop around.
All right. Yes, artifact's still out in the open. Unless it decided to teleport into my pocket from my hand.
How they work? Well, I could tell you where they come from, and that might answer your question. So they were made a long time ago by the primordials. Right before the dragons went extinct or disappeared. And they seem to somehow harness the souls of those dragons.
Oh, that must be why. Let me pull up name. That must be why Daro can talk to me, sort of.
You talked to it?
It's not a little bit of a primitive way of communication, but I've been able to ask him questions.
Fascinating. Okay. Then, oh, well, bitch. Might want to pause it then.
Okay.
Um, come from the souls, explains. I'm trying to get back to where I was in my train of thought.
I just told him I could talk with the artifact,
Yeah.
if that helps.
Well, maybe you have a good chance then. I would spend some time experimenting with it.
Oh, I planned on it. I'm gonna test to the extent of its ability to teleport.
Yeah, because I'm also not a big fan of killing people, no matter how much of an asshole they are.
Okay.
But if it's inevitable, I can do it.
Right then. Okay. I have confidence in you three. Be back with me when you have it, and we can move on to more important matters. And he goes and sits back down where he was and just not praying, just staring at the giant piece of ticking architecture in the middle of the room.
Alright.
I guess it's time to try and figure out how to overthrow the local government.
That's always fun.
So, what do you guys plan to do?
So we gotta find Yizer. Let's go see if anybody knows where he likes to hang out.
Okay.
I also could try to disguise myself as one of the guards and and ask a few of them some questions.
Oh, that's true. That might be a bit better than blindly asking around where Yizer is.
Safer, too. Yeah, we could wait a bit before... I am limited on my spell slots. Oh wait, never mind. I don't have Disguise Self yet. I don't even know I have Disguise Self. Fuck, that's just my Dragonwork spell.
I have it.
You're a changeling.
I have Disguise Self as well.
Why?
It's
Is it
free.
disguises your clothes?
Alright.
So, if
And
Rana
at
wants
this
to
point, I would
gather...
say that you guys are probably semi-aware of your marks and the powers they have.
Oh wait, I don't have it. I thought I did. Rana should still go stealthing around and find out information by eavesdropping.
Okay.
Rana, if you would like, I could
So,
cast invisibility on you.
ooh, that sounds like a plan, right? Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's if you follow my base. But sure. Where do you start?
Okay. Do you want the invisibility to go walk around for eavesdropping, or do you want to just stealth? I only get 2 spell slots a day, but no, we don't know where the base is. All right.
Have you guys left?
I think we've left the church.
You didn't say that you did. Okay, you still can. I would say that you guys are still. You have what?
This guy's self.
Oh. The shocking thing on the wall. Oh, that's a guarding system. I assume was made by the Black Dragons to keep people from going over the wall. How did you know about it? That would have involved trying to climb the wall. Well, I can't imagine that was very comfortable. I honestly don't recommend doing that. Alrighty then. So where are you guys headed? There's a lot of places.
The bar?
There isn't one. Tavern. However you want to call it. Is that where you guys are going?
Yeah, the tavern seems like a smart place to check out.
Okay. Okay. So, Abigail and Cass, you guys go to the local tavern. There appears to only be one, which you find immensely odd. And you enter, and there's, well, for one, there's more people than there were at the Silver Spoon Inn, but everyone's quiet, and everyone has their head down. Like, well, I guess for relatively obvious reasons, but there is a black dragon guard inside of the tavern, just having a drink, sitting at the bar.
I'm gonna sit next to him and order a drink.
Okay.
I'll sit next to my friend. I don't want it to seem too obvious.
A regular ale is 5 copper.
Okay. Abigail will get one as well.
Okay. You guys get your ales, and the guard kind of eyes both of you, and then goes back to his drink. He doesn't really seem, I don't know, aggressive, but he seems kind of just angry at everything, honestly.
Well, hello. Work got you down, buddy.
I guess you could say that.
What do you mean?
What's it to you?
I just like hearing other people's troubles. Makes me forget my own.
Well, personally, it's none of your business. And he just takes his shot, and he gets up and turns around.
Well, shit.
He's still in the bar. He's just walking to the exit.
Abigail, do you want to try? I just fucked up.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Hey,
Okay.
do you know if there's any openings in the Black Dragon? I've heard many great stories of your work, and I'm interested in joining.
He kind of glares at you. Make a deception check.
Wow, why am I rolling like shit?
What? Flaming. Oh, did he? Oh, he did.
Oh, wild. That's...
Good enough.
Good enough indeed.
And now he disappeared from the roll 20, so I think that's a pause.
Okay. Kind of cocked his head, a little drunk. And he's just like, all right, pretty lady, what do you want to do with the black dragons?
Oh, you guys just seem so strong, and I want to be able to be as strong as you.
I can hear the evil malice in your voice.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He nods. All right. He looks around, but not here. And he like gestures to outside of the bar. And he's very clearly a little tipsy, like You're taking advantage of him. Honestly.
Does it look like? Okay, you think that affects my character's morals?
No. No. Cass might care.
Mm, I do, but I'm not gonna say anything because I'll suck it up.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say all the dirty things about me later, or I'm getting us in. Okay.
So he kind of brings you around the corner into like a back alley,
Okay.
and he like looks around. He's obviously kind of nervous because he's not really supposed to do this. And he tells you behind this tavern there is a building, very small. Looks like a regular house, right? You knock on the house 3 times. And when they ask for the password, and he slips you a note.
Okay.
Sure.
I open the note.
On the note, you see a black circle with a red leaf on the inside.
That's just writing down as a note so I don't forget.
And he nods towards you, like, good luck. You are going to need it. And he just like stumbles away.
Uh, I give him a friendly wink and go back into the bar to meet up with Cass.
Okay. You enter with no problems.
Okay,
So, did it work?
I've got a location and I've got the password. I just needed to decipher the password.
Beautiful. As much as I hate the way you got it.
Oh, I could have done so much worse.
The scary thing is, I believe you.
Yeah. Anyways,
I guess we should pause now because.
yeah, we need him.
So you re-enter the tavern,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone seems a little more relaxed now that the Black Dragon guard is gone, and you have some of the information that you need. Though you do not know what's inside of the base, so it would technically be unwise to just rush in.
That is correct.
Why would it be unwise? It's exactly what we want.
You
Well,
could.
I could also just figure out the password and go in for 2 hours with two. No, I can't do that. Never mind.
Why not?
Well, actually, no, I could go in there for 2 hours with invisibility.
True. Or we could wait until tomorrow and get you a whole lot more.
Hmm. Yeah, we could. But we need to figure out the answer to the password because the password doesn't make sense.
Isn't it just like a showable password?
I don't think so. He wouldn't have given me just his only use or his only copy of a showable password.
True.
Unless he was more drunk than I thought.
That is entirely possible with how he was stumbling.
By any chance, do you have a picture prepared of the thing that you gave me, or just the description?
Sorry, it's just the description. I could make one if you would like.
Uh, you can if you don't mind, because that actually would be helpful.
Google is not very helpful. That works. Wow, that's exactly not what I clicked on. Trying to do it quickly.
That's fine.
Quack quack.
This is roughly what it looks like.
Okay.
No.
The power of husband prevails. Okay. I had to make sure because the type of leaf was actually very important because if it is a verbal puzzle, but
Yeah. See, I was thinking it could have been something like a maple leaf, or it could be misconstrued as a dragon's foot progression.
I honestly was expecting a cannabis leaf.
Could you imagine a government entity using marijuana?
They never would have expected it.
No one ever expects Spanish Inquisition. It was actually kind of hard to find the correct leaf.
Wait, so that was the leaf you were intending the entire time?
Yes,
Okay.
because most other red leaves look like maple leaves. I'm like, no.
Leaf falls at midnight.
Uh, You know what? Where's Rana? I need Rana to do something because they're the stealth of the party.
I gotta go find him. He's walking around somewhere.
Eliezer, you're back to the robot.
This is facts.
Did that work?
No.
Son of a bitch.
Oh God. Are you on your phone? Close Discord, go into apps, force stop Discord, and then start Discord again.
Fleming, I literally have. I would have dumped Dex if I could. I'm gonna be honest.
Remember, Rana isn't with the group at this current moment.
Correct. We didn't convey a rendezvous point.
Please. Please tell me that worked.
That
yes,
worked.
yes, it did.
Yay!
Did you?
No, well, we didn't verbally say it.
I think you just answered your own question.
We need to fucking do rendezvous points ahead of time.
What part of you didn't set up a watch didn't you understand? So what are you guys doing?
I guess we could wait for the frog here
You know what?
since he
Is
knows
there
where
a
we
way-
are.
Is there windows?
There are in fact windows, yes.
Is there a window pointing towards the house I was told about?
No. So okay, so if you looked at the bar, you come straight through the front door. There's windows going out the front and out the sides, and then the bar itself is towards the back of the room.
Okay. Did the bar have outside seating?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Thinking face.
Rough, rough.
Work.
Woof, 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 woof.
Yeah, I would say that's fair. If you want to make a perception check, because yes, yeah, there's generally a lot of guards around town, like a lot, a disturbing number. And as you're wandering around, you see counting. Make an intelligence check. You count just while you're walking around. Probably around 22 guards.
Wait, only 22 guards?
In just the places he looked. Before, he saw that guards seemed to only be going in and out of the tavern, the bank, kind of bank, like merchant hall, the market, and a unmarked building behind the tavern.
Well then.
Okay. As you guys are discussing this note that this drunk guard just gave you, Rana walks through the door.
Okay,
A little excited.
They quieted down now.
Huh?
The dog's quieted down now.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a problem. I just like dogs.
Work. Did you hear what I said, hippie?
I've been listening.
Okay. To the people you know. Do you know them, though?
No. No, he doesn't.
Yeah. There you go. You have some semblance of a bond with us. That's 4.
True.
Frog forgot how to count.
Really, can't. That's why I made you make an intelligence check.
Who said nobles ever needed to count? Nah.
So what are you guys doing?
And we think we got the password. Well, we know we got the password. We have to figure out what it means.
I'm gonna did you tell us that you okay, you said you think you found the place. Did you see how they got in themselves?
Yeah, so it is a verbal password, like you think it is.
Okay.
They knock on the door, they say something, and they just go in or come out freely.
Rana, would you like to do a little stealth?
And walking on walls?
Okay, I'm gonna lead down and whisper into Rana's ear. I'm gonna cast invisibility on you. I'd like you to go stake out there for exactly 55 minutes. and come back here once you're done. We do not want to risk the spell wearing off beforehand. Okay. I bring him over. No. You know what? I motion him to follow me outside. Not trying not to draw attention to us.
Take him to the back alley.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him to the back alley where no one can see. Look around and make sure no one does see. I'm guessing perception. Yeah. No. Oh, thank God.
You look
I
around.
could go be a lookout.
You see guards pass by every so often, and then eventually you know it's clear.
Okay. Okay. Invisibility.
Okay.
And I walk back into the bar. You know what? I prestidigitation a little bit of black into my hair, make it look like I was out taking a smoke.
Okay.
Try to not draw attention. And then I go sit down with Cas.
Okay. So who wants to go first? I'm guessing Rana. So Rana, you stand at the door, and you basically wait for a guard to come up and give a password. You make a perception check. So, when a guard comes up and gives a password, you don't actually hear what they say. But you do see them open the door. Make... Trying to figure out what order to do the checks in. Yeah. So yeah. Make a stealth check with advantage. First of all. You succeeded. And make a dex save to make it through the door before it closes. Yeah, you just... Okay, so...
Easy.
You, like, invisible frogman just... right through the fucking door. It opens, it closes, you didn't exist. You are now inside of what appears to be a normal cabin. There's no furniture. There's nothing in here except for a staircase leading down. You follow the guard that came in as they walk down the stairs. And you walk on the roof. Okay. So you're walking on the roof of the staircase as they go down the stairs. And he opens what appears to be like a sort of vault door. It's just a really heavy door. It doesn't seem to be locked in any particular way. He just clicks it open. and inside is this big sort of like, I want to take a bar, 2 stories, and basically the first story is like a balcony that's extended. And you can see down into the first floor. And
Oh.
on the floor that you're currently on, there's about 3 guards just milling around talking. And there's a lot of non-guards here. Like, generally people that are just like serving them or other things. And you follow the new guard over, or the guard that you followed, and he's talking to a couple others. The guard that you followed is like this average height white dude who has like a 5 o'clock shadow and looks like he's basically done with his life.
I mean, mood.
The other 2 guards that he's talking to, one of them is a woman with long, gray, not quite silver hair. And you can see the tips of her ears poking out through her hair. So she's clearly an elf. And the third guard is a shorter looking dragonborn with all black scales with the black scale mail, so he looks extra intimidating. Yes. No. Yeah, it just seems to be about general guard things. You can make a perception check to see if you pick up anything important. Yeah, they're talking about how they bullied some new people that came through and managed to get an extra 10 gold pieces.
Quick, steal it from them.
And the woman says that she saw some kind of animal get shocked on the gate or on the wall, and she fucking laughed her ass off.
Imagine thinking that someone is just an animal.
Just go steal our gold back.
They talk for about 15 minutes. So about a total of 20 minutes has passed so far. And they basically split up. The woman and the guy that you were following split up, or go over to like the bar area on the floor that you're on, while the Dragonborn goes downstairs, over to like what looks like a weapons rack, or like more like a weapon hall. There's a lot of weapons. There is like 3 nets.
Well, you're missing nets now.
Also, they wouldn't be invisible if you took them. He went over to a very large, like bastard sword, and he took it over to kind of like it's like a small blacksmith, like a pop and shop kind of blacksmith area, and he's just polishing it. With some kind of weird, it doesn't look like normal polish, like some kind of, well, make, are you proficient with alchemy tools? Alchemy supplies? Make an intelligence check. It's acid. He is polishing his sword with some kind of acid.
That doesn't seem smart, but go off.
And you see that this puts like a purplish kind of haze over the blade. And when you look around, you see that every single one of the weapons, except for like a spare few, have this purplish haze on them. Yeah. This takes about another 15 minutes. Make another stealth check with advantage. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, there's some, they're just like sitting off on a shelf next to like the tiny blacksmith area. I have to read invisibility real fast. Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and allow that. Technically, you wouldn't be able to do that without someone seeing the thing on you. But that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Sleight of hand with advantage.
All these doubles.
The Dragonborn looks up as he's finishing, and he sees this bottle of acid get picked up midair and disappear. And he cocks his head, staring right at you. Make a stealth check. A regular stealth check. You manage to silently go up the wall. Your heart beating as you almost got caught. No heart? No, okay. Okay, sure. He blinks, looks around, and he's like, God damn it. And he goes up the stairs, closes the metal door, and locks it. And he pushes a button, and you hear this boom, boom noise throughout the entire room, and everyone just freezes. And the Dragonborn shouts, "There's someone in here!"
Quick, get near the door for when they open it again. Because it's the only way in or out.
You have 15 minutes remaining, or no, because it's an hour. You have 20 minutes remaining on your invisibility. You see that people are just like flipping shit and looking around. Any doors off the bar? What do you mean? There are a few doors. One goes. Well, you can't see, but you can see that there's one that's like straight. They're all on the bottom floor. There's one that goes straight. There's one that goes left, and there's one that goes right. You'd have to open the doors to figure that out. People are going in and out of all of the doors except for the one that goes straight. And everyone's just like digging through shit and looking around, and the Dragonborn keeps saying something about something that's invisible, and he saw a potion and a bottle of acid disappear. Yeah, everyone's kind of slightly freaking out. Make an intelligence check, because it's kind of chaotic. Yeah, I would say that you could estimate around 15 guards inside of here. But there's also like about 20 other people that are not wearing guard armor.
No, bad frog.
The people not wearing guard gear do not seem to be looking as enthusiastically as the other ones, and tend to look like they just don't. Some of them are just standing around. They don't care. What are you asking? Oh, I see.
Determining his own actions.
Okay, which door are you going into? Left? In the left room, you see... Okay, first of all, I need you to make a stealth check with advantage. That's not very good. That's what the advantage is for.
He still makes sounds.
You passed, so stop talking. And yeah, you walk into the door. It's a little close. Someone like brushes past you as you're about to go through the door, and you like jump back, and then you walk through before the door closes. And you can see it's like a barracks, kinda. Or it's just like a lot of beds. and there's like a chest in front of each bed. No, just the door you came in.
Now, I wouldn't be able to tell technically.
Would him poking the guards count as an attack? Since he has poison?
Yeah, actually.
Damn. That's dumb.
Are you sure you want to do that? That's my question. Yeah, that was annoying. I was trying to find sounds that sound like a lot of people moving around. So you go into the right door, and that is actually the bathroom. It is a large bathroom, but it is the bathroom. It depends on what your definition of average is.
How many stalls?
10. They don't have hand dryers. But yes. Abigail, you notice that he's taking a little too long, and the guards outside seem a little stirred up.
That's...
You have about 5 minutes left. Hippie, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. I know, it's just I can't really do anything
Did
about
Hippie
it.
die?
I clicked the mute button.
Good job.
I can't do anything to him at the moment. I can't do anything to help, I'm just hoping he gets out.
Okay. Okay. You are very quickly running out of time. It's true. You guys could do stuff while Rana is losing their shit. In fact, Rana, how about we see what they're doing so that you can have a little bit of time to think about what the hell that you're supposed to do.
I bought familiar parts already. I bought them last session.
That's true. You did.
And I already used it to cast Vivantis, or summon Vivantis during the time we spent letting me cast ritual spells for like 3 hours.
Right. Is there anything you guys want to do while you wait, or do you just want to wait?
I mean, there's not much I can do either.
I mean, you guys have some stuff on you that you could dick with, but no, okay. Change into a spider.
That could be a very large spider.
Bed. Hide under a bed. Okay, make a stealth check. As your time seems to run out, you see that everyone is calming down because they still haven't found you, but everyone's still like on edge and still actually looking for you. Okay, so you hide under the bed and you see people looking for you, and someone actually glances over, looks at you, and looks away, like their vision just like passed over you, and like didn't actually see you. I rolled really fucking close. Holy shit. You are currently under a bed. That is up to you.
I don't think that'd work, though.
Here's my question. If you stripped and did that, how would you get your shit out? How would you get out? How does this help you in any way? Okay, you're gonna stay under the bed. Abigail, you feel the spell dissipate.
He should have been out. He should have been here by now.
Shit. Did he get caught?
Ten minutes go by. No one finds you.
All right. Well, let's
Give it up on
go.
the barracks entirely because they think that they've basically stripped it clean and they can't really look anywhere else. Okay. What do you guys plan to do?
Can
You go. I don't have an
I'm,
idea.
I'm trying to remember if we got all our spell slots back because I think you've used two, but I haven't
I've
used
only
any
used
for
one.
quote unquote.
I've only used one of mine.
Because if not, I could make 2 potions of transformation and 2 extras. Because then that's 20 minutes for 2 people, and I have disguise self for an hour. Sneak in, get the frog, get out.
Well, we still haven't learned the password.
Shit, that's right.
This is why I just wanted him to go sit out there and listen.
Are we just gonna have to wait and break him out of jail?
I thought you would have understood that the invisibility was not for fucking entering a building.
So I'm assuming we're just gonna break the frog out of prison.
I think we have to. Alright.
Bold of you to assume they take prisoners.
I motion to cast. I'm gonna try something. Come with me.
Alright, let's go.
I walk up to
Go
the
follow.
door.
Okay.
I knock 3 times.
Okay. A slit slides open, and the guy says, "Not right now. We have a problem inside." And he closes the slit.
Oh. Are you sure you don't want more help? We've come to join your cause.
He opens slit. What's the password? He sounds like very urgent.
I was just given a slit of paper with a symbol. I thought I would need to show it to you, and I show him the piece of paper.
He looks at it, he looks at you, and he just shakes his head, rolls his eyes, and closes the slit.
I tried.
Look, dude, we're new. We don't know.
Figure it out, you hear through the door.
This isn't much of a great hint.
Well, we don't know that in character. Oh, I thought you would have heard the answer. I thought you were actually saying it. I don't think it's Bloody Night, please.
Yeah, he specifically did not hear it because he rolled really low on his perception. Yeah. Okay, I will give you this. You can't communicate this with them, but you heard something about Oh, actually, I'll just DM it to you, so that they can't subconsciously metagame. That's the only word that you heard. Um, as you guys are standing there deliberating, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, a guy, an older guy, a much older guy, a very old guy, walks up to you and taps you on the shoulder.
What?
I turned to
Um,
them.
He does look extremely old. Old as balls. And the 2,000-year-old guy is actually probably pretty accurate, as he is very obviously a very old elf. And he basically motions to get a little closer, and he says, "If you guys are needing help with getting your friend, I may be of assistance."
And what could
What
you
friend?
actually insight?
Okay. All insight. Um. Do. What exactly are you trying to get? If he's being honest.
Yeah. How could you assist us?
I know why they're here. I don't particularly like them, but we shouldn't talk about that here.
Yes, we
We
shouldn't.
go.
Do you have a place we could go talk in private nearby?
Yes, I do, in fact. And he basically guides you guys to what appears to be a magic slash potion shop.
Alright.
And what is he drawing?
He does that when he's bored.
He opens the door, closes it behind you, and locks it. And he says, "Okay. You really shouldn't be fucking with the black dragons. But if you are going to, I would also like to get rid of them." And and he basically shit. My train of thought just like completely derailed. Oh, okay. So he explains the black dragons are here because of someone that you may recognize the name of, Jinx. If you've ever heard of them, make a history check if you are proficient with history. You know exactly who this person is. This, especially with your background, it actually makes total sense. This person is the previous, technically previous, still current ruler of Shadrun.
Oh.
And they are not a good person. They're not good, so good, in fact, that they've basically enslaved the entire country.
Which country?
Shadrun.
Oh, fun.
You know about this because of the... Hang on, I actually have it written down. If I can find it. The actual size. Of the 3,000-foot ginormous tower in the center of the country. It's basically famous because you can see it almost from the edge of no man's land between Shadrun and the edge of Horus. Yeah. they're not a good person.
Yeah.
And he basically explains, I used to be one of the Black Dragons, but after some time, I decided to resign. It was a struggle, but I eventually got through. Jinx sent, or I guess created, the Black Dragons in the first place. I used to be one of the leaders of the Black Dragons. So I tend to know some things others of the group don't. The password has changed, I am sad to say, since I was in it. But if there's any way I could give you any information about anything that would help you get rid of these idiots, I will do everything I can.
Can you make us invisible?
Probably. He slowly goes over to like a giant dusty fucking tome and like flips through a couple pages and goes, yeah, I could do that. He pulls out a wand that looks like it's about to fall apart.
Well, first, because here's my idea. We go, we get invisible, we knock on the door, they come out to check, we get right the fuck in. Grab Rana, hide him in the backpack, and smuggle him out.
Did they open the door last time?
They didn't. They just opened a latch.
Right, but maybe they'll be confused by not seeing anyone when we knock on the door while invisible.
I'm sure they'll be able to see well enough through the people that they wouldn't open the door.
Shit.
Is this all you guys need, or?
Give me a sec. Do you perhaps know the spell Knock?
I mean, yes, but are you planning to bully your way through?
Well, I can turn one of us invisible, and I could, if the door is opened forcibly, I can sneak in while they try to close it, and I could get my friend out that way.
Oh, even smarter.
Okay. I could see that working. Maybe. Who's to say? He hands you a scroll, or he basically takes out a piece of paper, scribbles down a bunch of shit really fucking fast, like terrifyingly fast, and hands you it. This is a scroll of knock,
Okay.
obviously.
I was about to hand it over to Cass, but I realized she doesn't have second level spell slots. She would have to make an intelligence check to cast the spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. I should still be able to do this by myself, with just one person casting both spells. Thank you for your assistance. Uh, one last question. Do you know anything about... Let me scroll back up for the name.
Yizer.
Yizer. Do you know anything about Yizer, perchance?
That dipshit was my, I guess you could call him underling at the time. Basically, I was I was socially removed from the group. And he took my place. I then left, got into a tussle, and I set up a shop here. They didn't used to always be here, and when I found out they were taking over the town, I was not very happy.
Alright. Thank you for your information. I'll make sure to take care of them.
Also, be very careful. They're
They're
idiots, but they're strong idiots. And I can't imagine what Jinx might have given them in order to have the control that they do.
What's your name if we need to find you again?
Reynold.
Thank you, Reynold. Your help has been most appreciated.
He nods and like goes back behind his counter and sits down. Clearly, standing was even exhausting. He is old.
Alright. So I now got a scroll of knock.
Old man Reynold.
Is his first name Ryan?
No. Reynold is his first name.
It could be a last name.
God damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
So I head back over there. Actually, before I head back over there, Cass, I'm gonna need you to stay out here and be quiet. Wait for any sort of commotion that you might be able to slip in yourself, if possible.
I can do that.
I leave Vivance with her.
Okay.
Because I can't cast invisibility on both me and the cat yet.
Okay.
Okay. I cast the knock scroll, and then immediately cast invisibility.
You'd want to do it in the other way around.
I can't. If I cast knock while I'm invisible, the spell ends.
Is that true?
Yes.
Even if scroll?
Yep.
Oh. Okay. You cast knock. The door bursts open with a very, very loud noise. And
Yeah, I'm not far away whenever I cast knock.
you can make an intelligence check.
Hmm?
You have to make an intelligence check.
No, I don't. I have the high enough spell level to cast it. Knock is
Oh, okay.
second level.
You're fine. Then yeah, you knock and the door bursts open. You cast invisibility. The guard looks over, sees nothing, and just like, what the fuck?
And I run in.
Make a stealth check with advantage. It was pretty fucking close. What? Oh. Why am I rolling so fucking shit? Oh my god! Okay. I rolled a. Okay, I got a 10.
Good.
Okay. So, you basically burst open the door, cast invisibility, and run past the guard before he even sees you down the stairs. And he doesn't even notice.
Good.
And I'm upset about it.
Understandable.
Okay. You get to a large, what looks like vault door. It's very clearly a very thick door, and it's locked.
Is that the only door I can access?
Yes.
I'm not even gonna attempt to open that. That's gonna get me killed.
Nah.
I'm gonna stand back a moment and see if someone opens it.
You hear, like faint murmuring on the inside. You can't tell what anyone is saying because the door is too thick, but you can hear something happening on the other side. It doesn't sound like fighting, at least.
Okay.
But no one opened the door. It has been a total of about 30 minutes.
Are they still looking for the frog?
Gently, people are starting to wonder if the frog is even still here.
Well, that would be a good thing.
Yeah, they don't even know it was a frog. They just know something was here. People are starting to accuse the Dragonborn of being crazy.
He is.
Aren't all?
Okay. So no one.
As a note, none of you have ever seen a Dragonborn before.
That's fair.
So, yeah. Yeah. So you wait. How long are you going to wait?
I need time to be able to get in and out, so 40?
After about 15 minutes, people seem to settle. Like, there's no way invisibility would last this long at this point.
Yeah.
And you hear a kunk, as the door unlocks. And a few people rush out just to fucking breathe. Could you take a short rest? No. Like 3 people leave. Like one of them is a guard, and 2 of them are not wearing guard armor. And they just like rush out and rush outside and just like breathing deeply, cause locked in a room with a bunch of sweaty people. Yeah, but you've been on high alert that entire time, trying to hide. You're not exactly resting. You can walk inside, Abigail.
Okay, I walk inside.
You walk inside, and you see the room that I described before. Everyone seems to be a little on edge, but otherwise, it's as I described it. No one seems to be very happy, though.
Okay. I start looking around, seeing if I can try to find Rana.
You find the tiny blacksmith area, a bar on both floors, serving different kinds of liquor on each floor, a small library, the bathrooms, and the barracks. The straight door appears to be locked, and no one ever tries to enter it, ever.
I open it.
Open what?
You said there was a door that doesn't seem to be locked, but no one's entered or
It is locked.
Oh, it is locked. I misheard you.
That's fine.
Okay. Repeat the rooms that I had access to again.
Well, the rooms separate from the floors are the bathroom and the barracks. On the main floors are like the weapon hall and blacksmith area, and a small library, and like some kind of weird table that you're not sure what it is or does.
Okay. That's 8 places?
Technically 4. With the bars, it's 6.
Okay, well then, let me roll a d6 for where I'm going. I guess it would be one of the bars then?
It honestly doesn't matter. You could go wherever, but sure, you can go to
no,
one
I
of
was
the bars.
rolling a dice to the side.
If it's one of the bars, which one? The top floor or the bottom floor?
Bottom.
Okay, you go to the bottom floor bar. You see no one's drinking right now, and the bartender just appears to be watching. He doesn't seem to be interested in finding anybody, more like interested in not getting stabbed.
Alright.
There seems to be a lot of alcohol. A lot.
Okay, I'm not interested in that alcohol, so I turn around and go check out it. Well, I look around the room first to see if I see Rana, so...
You do not.
Okay. Then I walk out and go check a different room.
Okay.
I'll go with the weapons room next.
Okay, you see this big weapon hall full of swords. There's some bows, crossbows, blades of all kinds, and there's a couple guns even. Everything that could be coated in acid is coated in acid.
Mhm.
And you do find the racks of acid bottles. Make an investigation check. You see that one of the bottles is missing, like completely missing. Some of them are low, but they don't seem to throw away any bottles, and one of the bottles is straight up missing, and there's some acid on the floor.
He's been here. Well, she would think you've been here.
That is not incorrect. Now what?
I guess that she would naturally check the barracks next.
As you're walking towards the barracks, you do see the Dragonborn. The only Dragonborn that's here.
Squints.
I didn't know if you'd care or not.
I squints probably and blind, and then ignores it.
Okay. So you walk over to the barracks, you open the door, make a perception check. Or you don't open it, but you, like, slip through. You don't see him at all.
Well, rip the frog.
You can make a perception check, yes.
And then just kind of call out.
Well, actually, no. She's invisible. Make a stealth check with advantage, please. You are not being very stealthy, and in fact, I have to roll to make sure that no one notices you.
Don't worry, you can roll like 4 nat ones.
I actually succeeded. So, as you walk into the room and look around, you trip over one of the beds. It's like quick, like you stub your, you trip over one of the bars and the bed scooches and you like freeze and you're like, did anyone notice? And you see a guard who is sitting on the bed look straight at you. and Rana also sees this. And you see the guard start to walk over towards you.
I back up.
Where are you going?
Well, no, I tried to like walk, like sidestep where they're walking towards.
Make your stealth check with advantage. How many people are in the barracks? Like 4.
Touch them, Froggo. Touch them.
He walks over to where you tripped, scooches the bed back to where it was, and is like looking around the bed and looks at the floor, and he's like, what? I guess it was just my imagination, and walks away. I rolled a 10. I hate you. Okay, just so you know, I'm not bullshitting.
Good job.
I have been rolling like absolute garbage this entire time.
Yeah, that is a wonderful question. Why are there 4 people in the barracks?
What, did you just call it Barracks? Like Barack Obama?
Yeah.
These guys seem to be a little more chill. Two of them are asleep. One of them is awake, but is laying down, and one is currently inspecting this bed.
So 3 are laying down and 1 is up.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, that's easy.
Okay. And I haven't seen Rana.
You can make another perception check. You see Rana sticking their hand out from underneath the covers, trying to avoid the field of view of the guard.
Okay, Okay, I get down next to it. I open the bag of holding and push them into it.
I don't know why it wouldn't be able to hold you.
So, you get most of him in there.
Yeah.
I
bag
have
holding is
more than
500.
I have like another 200 pounds of weight I can carry in it, my dude.
It's not the weight factor that's the problem. It's only got 64, or it's like it's not a lot of space.
He's 3 foot tall, Des.
And he has all of his own shit on him as well.
2 foot tall.
And all the shit that you have inside of the bag already.
Cool. A little bit of him sticking out. I hide it underneath my you know what? I positioned the bag to be underneath my skirt, so my skirt covers him sticking out of the bag, which would become invisible.
Here's my question. Head first or feet first?
Head.
So his feet are sticking out.
Yes.
Okay.
Poor frog.
Okay. So this is a thing. And so, okay, Rana. An invisible Abigail walked up to you, grabbed you by the collar, and shoved you head first into a bag that just shows the abyss. In which you can see all of the shit that has been shoved inside of it, and your face is like pressed up against the bottom, and you can feel your feet sticking out, and currently Abigail is holding you underneath her skirt.
I wasn't gonna give him a peek.
Okay.
It's just a frog.
Now this is where this is what I would like to call the mad dash.
You know he's right.
I'm running out of time.
It's fine. Okay.
I start leaving.
Since you're walking in a weirdly awkward position, make a regular stealth check.
Okay. Here comes a nat 20. Close enough. It's been beating most of your rolls.
I'm actually gonna roll straight.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I said it beat most of your rolls.
We are pulling this out of our ass right now.
Quite literally.
Okay. So you awkwardly walk out of the room, up the stairs, and you wait for someone to open the bulk door.
Mm-hmm.
Make one last regular stealth check.
Here's the nat 20.
So you make it past the front door guard. And as someone is leaving, you follow behind them and you manage to leave the house without being seen or heard. I just did.
No, you didn't. That's a 9. You rolled a 9.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Probably not. um I'm actually checking. I did once, twice. Okay, I did a few times. But not in the past hour.
Jesus.
You know. Okay.
We need. If we lost fucking Grug, we would have a 0 backline. I mean, 0 front line. Okay, I go over to where I told Cas to wait,
Okay.
and I pull an strange Rana out of the bag.
Okay.
Wait,
You are
how the
now-
fuck did the frog just get here?
I turn on invisible.
Oh, hey, there you are. How the hell did you guys do that?
Don't ask questions.
That's a story for the ages.
Yeah.
What did you find out while you were in there?
It seems they have some civilians captured because the barkeeper looked more angry than normal barkeeps. Also, they can't see for shit. I tripped over like 12 things in there and no one saw me.
Well, I mean, you were invisible.
I made loud noises.
Damn.
Rana, did you at least hear anything about the password so we could go in normally? Lady?
That's the
My
only word.
fair lady?
Hmm. Alright. Well, I have a bit of an idea. Let's go back to the inn for the time being. And Vivance, you go up and you go find a place near the door that's quiet.
What? Why did you just poke me? I'm scared.
Roll a Constitution, I guess. Constitution save. I think that's a failure.
It is.
You were poisoned for 6 seconds, in which you feel terrible. It doesn't matter.
Anyways. Oh, this. Wait, what? This is good. This is beautiful. Where did you get it? Oh, fun.
That's a lot weaker than I thought it would be.
Can always be mixed.
That is true. Okay.
Also, just as like a GM note, remember that this is a crafting, tinkering game in which your imagination is basically the limit in which you could do shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, you could probably do some funky shit with your alchemy supplies.
Rana, where did you get this?
Abigail knows.
Yeah, I know. I think he stole it from their armory.
God damn it. Is that why you were stuck in there?
He lied like a liar.
The thing is, I would probably believe him.
No.
No. I really don't think I'd.
I believe him.
What is wrong with you?
Why did you have disadvantage? And why
Whatever.
do you? And why did you roll a 2?
Abigail, you would have had advantage because you both had evidence and he was lying, obviously.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Yeah, neither of you believe him. It was obvious. He lied like a liar.
God damn it, Rana.
Like a
Next
liar.
time, don't touch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a break for a second and get some water and maybe a snack.
Okay.
So.
You'll find out.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna do next?
Well, I set Vivantis in place so he can overhear the people talking to. So I was thinking you guys can move me around, lead me to make sure I don't walk into anything stupid, and divert all my senses to and try to listen in.
That Sounds like a good plan. You want to go? How far away can your pet be, though?
A mile.
All right, you want to do this from the tavern? Get in a room so then nobody can ever see you. They just see a creepy-looking cat walking around.
No, the cat's not even going to be moving.
What?
The cat needs to stay hidden.
The sense is a mile.
So, yes, let's go get us a room at the tavern. And I'll prepare myself for listening in until we can figure out the password.
Okay. So, after a little while, people are suspicious of your cat, but eventually stop giving a shit. And it takes a while, like an hour. And eventually you hear the password, and it's the lady in red.
The lady in red, got it. Yeah. No one's suspicious of the skeleton cat.
I told you they're dumb.
I can see that.
The rolls proved that today. Let me just shove this bed and still not be found. Yes, Big Brain steals bottle of acid, hides under bed.
Alright. I drop the senses and command Vivance to start returning home.
Okay. Vivance makes his way back.
And can you say the password one more time?
The lady
in red.
The lady in red.
Uh-huh.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know where the fuck you got the lady in red from the picture we were shown.
Exactly my ideas.
I can show you. Hold on.
Oh boy, GM is explaining his idea process. We can now hack his mind, get the full details of the entire campaign.
Canada would have been a better password.
Hang on.
Actually, I am a lady wearing red. Yeah, I'm commenting on you saying that.
Jinx is known for being covered in red scales. But you wouldn't have known that.
Okay. So, shall we take a small rest? I need to recuperate some things before we do anything. Or would you prefer to wait till the morning?
I say we wait till the morning so that we are at full strength.
Oh, a short rest puts me at full strength. Alright, so if you need a long rest, get fully recovered, I'm fine with taking one.
Okay.
we got a room at the inn.
Oh. That's,
How much gold for one room for all three of us to share?
1 gold piece.
Got it. I'm the party's banker.
I am the broker. Fear me.
Alright, I have one question
Cool,
for the
thank
GM.
you. I'm still at 669 gold then.
Okay.
So, Des,
Yes.
one source says that my potions basically disappear at a long rest. The other one says nothing. Do I keep them or do they reset every day?
What ability is this?
Experimental elixir.
You keep them.
Cool, alright, so I'm gonna make another random potion, because that's free.
The alchemist is actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite artificer subclass for a reason.
It's not like super min-maxy, but it's like really interesting. Drink this. What does it do? I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, Copra. You could do Copra. Copra's a scary boy.
How so?
He's 1v1 2 Tiamats and 2 Bahamut's before. Oh, it
Oh,
was
God.
it was 2 Tiamats and 2 Tarask.
You guys want to do anything, or you guys rest? But long rest doesn't always consist of sleep. So
I don't have any. Mine would be taking up reading from my book, the Book of Shadows to be specific.
okay. So you guys long rest. You gain benefits of a long rest. And you wake up. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we gonna do? Just walk in and pretend to be
New recruits.
new recruits?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is the frog gonna be doing that too?
I'm sure the frog is the most qualified to be a recruit out of us, since he's the one that looks more. That is a fighter.
Yeah, but they won't think it's strange that we have a talking frog trying to be a new recruit.
It's a race. That people are, if they're a racist, we'll talk them out of it. Simple as that. Yeah, no, I know. I'm the only common race here.
As far as you guys know, I'm human, so...
Yeah, I'm a half-elf. You look human. Worst comes to worst, I can just say Rana's my emotional support frog.
Sounds good.
Okay, sure. You wake up in the morning. It seems like a normal day. The guards around town seem to be on edge.
Is it
And
because of what the frog did yesterday?
you don't know.
All right.
And you walk over to the undisclosed building and
I knock 3 times at the door.
okay. A different person actually opens the door and he looks at you and he says, "You're not a guard."
We're new recruits. We've heard so many great things about you that we've wanted to come and join your cause.
Okay. What's the
Yeah,
password?
the lady in red sent us.
Okay. And you hear the door click, and he opens the door. He looks at Rana, and is like, "Is that your familiar?"
Yes, it is.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like them.
Oh, he is quite friendly, but do be careful with the skin. It's not the most safe.
Gotcha. Go down the stairs and go into the bunker, and the farthest door straight from the door that you enter is where you need to go.
Thank you. And I lead the group through there, trying to keep to the minimum of attracting unwanted attention.
Okay.
You'd say that if we have a frog.
Yes.
Oh. Jinx has red skills.
Okay, so you guys go down the stairs. Cass, this is all new to you. You guys go down the stairs.
This
You
is
go to the bulk door. It opens without a problem.
Right.
You walk inside, and you see like guards are eyeing you. But no one seems to be very aggressive. No one's being aggressive, but people aren't also being passive either. Everyone's watching you.
I give a polite wave and continue walking.
Okay.
hello.
Oh, the sword? That's actually fantastic. I'm glad you asked. The sword is like a sickly green. Or a purple green. A sickly purple green. It's like translucent. Almost like glass. Like stained glass.
So it's now stained glass sword. Beautiful. Glad it's not fragile.
It's unbreakable, to be exact.
The unbreakable changing sword. That's the beauty of it being unbreakable. I can make it out of any material I want.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, kinda.
Alright. I looked Rana with a look, asking, like, lead the way to, like, I give Rana a nod forward, trying to tell them to take us to where that they saw the leader, if they saw them.
Okay, you just walk forward. Okay.
Rana, do you even know where he is?
You know what? That would have been great information to ask it beforehand.
Shit. Well, guess we could just ask these guys. I mean, we're new recruits, we can play dumb.
Yeah. I look for someone that looks the most important.
Okay. That's a little hard. Make an insight check.
My familiar Rana is helping me, correct?
How?
I'm joking. I was making a joke. Uh,
Okay. So, you see a few people that kind of stand out. There is a kind of very large, like, muscular woman that's just, like, having a drinking contest with 3 other guys that looks pretty decorated, like in armor and in weaponry. There is a shorter, what looks like a dwarf, who also looks pretty decorated. His armor looks really beat up, like cuts all over, and he looks pretty battle torn. And you also see the Dragonborn that you saw before, that now that you're not trying to hide from everybody, you can see that he has a normal black scale armor, but also has like a gold, like, inline, like he's wearing gold chainmail underneath it, and he looks generally flashier than the other people.
all right. I walk straight up to him.
To the Dragonborn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. We are the new recruits here. Is there anything you would like for us to do?
New recruits. The new recruits are supposed to talk to Geyser.
Where would Geyser be, by chance?
First of all, who invited you?
Oh, we've come of our own free will. This place, we've been admirers of your work for a long time.
Make a deception check.
I see the Dragonborn and I start internally freaking out with intrigue.
Fuck!
Look at my roll.
I can't.
It's above yours.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a 5.
He's like, all right then. If you think you're up for it, just go through that door. It's the one door you didn't go into. And he should be in there. Maybe. I never really know.
Much thanks. Oh, what is your name?
My brain was like, names? No.
Dragonborn does not have name.
Nice, I got you.
Oh, they're all like Celtic names.
Yes.
fuck me. Kryn.
Kryn?
Now that I understand the format. The hardest part for me is understanding racial name formats.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kryn.
Not Krillin. Kryn. Krin.
Okay. I then lead the two to where we were told to go check.
That spelling works too. I honestly don't know how you would spell that.
There's like 7 different ways.
Yeah. All right. So, what did you say you're doing?
We're going to the door we were told that he would be in. He might be.
Okay. So, you say goodbye to Kryn, and you walk over to the door, and it's locked. Do you knock?
I knocked 3 times.
Okay. You knock 3 times, and you hear a like a groaning, an angry groaning noise. And
Grumble, grumble.
and she, or not she, I was reading the chat. And he opens the door. And you see another dragonborn, also black scaled. On his chest, he's not wearing dragon or black scale or black scale mail. He has like regular plate mail, dyed black with gold inlining, and on the chest plate of the plate mail, you see this. It's not it's like oval shaped. And it's like this bright, shining blue color. It is just like welded onto the chest plate. And he looks at all of you and goes, "What do you want?"
We're new recruits, and we were told to come talk to you.
Who sent you?
We came of our own accord. We've loved the work you have done in the past.
But who sent you?
We've done our own research. We found you on our own accord.
Then how did you get the password?
We figured it out.
Reconnaissance is not exactly a hard thing to achieve. You might want to hire a new front guard. He wasn't exactly hard to listen into.
He rolls his eyes and just goes, "That's fair." He's like, "So what exactly do you want out of being a black dragon?"
Oh, you guys are so strong and so powerful. We wish to be as powerful as you.
You really think so, huh? Roll deception with disadvantage.
Oh, no. Double nat 20? Double 19 works!
Holy shit, okay. Oh. He goes, "Alrighty then. And what about you?" He says to Cass.
Well, I'm just kind of here for the ride. I don't really care where I am, as long as I'm having fun and learning. I love learning. So do you have anything new to teach us?
Well, first of all, what are your guys' skills?
I like to tinker with things.
I am a warlock by trade. I have many connections, so to speak. and I am quite skilled at my ranged, the range department.
Interesting. We
And
don't get very many magic users here.
and my familiar over here, I've trained him to be one of the best with a sword in all of the land.
Really? Never heard of a combatant familiar before.
Oh, they're all the rage with warlocks nowadays. A strong familiar is a strong warlock.
Mm-hmm. Alright then. I guess we could put you through training. I imagine you guys look skilled in yourselves, but let me ask you something. Other than power, why do you choose the Black Dragons over anyone else? See, we only inhabit this one town.
Oh, I'm sure you're proud. I'm sure you guys are the ones destined, or you guys are destined to make it to the top. I like to side myself with winners.
He squints at that. Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Fuck.
I mean, I was just gonna say it was the first group we found that interested us.
So he squints at you. Really? You think we're gonna make it to the top?
Oh, but of course. The strong hold you have over this town is quite impressive. I'm sure you would be able to extend it to further towns if you just applied yourself.
I can tell you don't believe what you're saying, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you're willing to help, I don't care.
Of course, you have my word, and my word is everything.
Alright. I'll get ready. I'll train you myself.
Why, thank you. That is quite the honor.
He's still squinting at you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rana.
He looks at the fog. Such a weird creature.
You haven't seen anything yet. He is quite unusual.
He shouts to a woman that you can like see out of the corner of your eye, off to the side. Jane, get over here. And you see like a middle-aged woman, human, brown hair, brown eyes. She looks very like plain. And you could see just by the look on her face that she's basically dead inside. Like, not like angst, like, well, I don't know, I can't remember the word for it right at this moment. Basically put into submission.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So, slave work to the ground.
Yeah. And she walks over and goes, "Yes, sir. Show these new recruits to the barracks. I need to get ready to put them through training." "Yes, sir." And she just walks in front of you and walks towards the barracks. implying for you to follow her.
I follow.
I follow. Why not?
Frog.
You guys are looks at you staring, rolls his eyes, and then goes back into his room and locks the door.
Do I need to get a leash for the frog?
Why not?
And not that kind of leash. That's a child leash.
I don't know how that's worse. I feel like that's more humiliating.
He's small enough to pull off as a child. If I disguise self him, he could easily pull off being a child.
Doesn't disguise self involve touching him?
Yes, it does. But I can touch his clothes.
Sure. He'll stab you with his sword.
Yeah. So your honor includes stealing poison from someone while invisible.
Alright, so you guys follow Jane into the barracks, and she opens the door and walks over to a few empty beds, and or actually two empty beds, and says, "This is where you can sleep and store your things. If you need anything, please let someone know." And she turns around and walks out.
I guess Rana's gonna need to sleep like a familiar with, like, at my feet or something.
Also, Rana, when's the last time you soaked?
Why didn't you go take a bath during our long rest?
Not here.
Well, no, at the inn.
Ask for a bath for your familiar, or at least a bucket full of water.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick my head out and ask, well, no, we'll take care of that after the training. You'll be fine while just being exhausted during the training, correct?
Quick question. This is important. What level of armor can everyone wear?
Light.
Okay.
I'm really sure I'm light as well. Let me double check.
And the frog can wear all.
I can do light and medium.
Okay. Okay. So, what are you guys doing?
Well, we got told to wait here for him.
Well, are you getting a bucket for Rana?
Well,
I think you should.
Okay, yeah. I step outside the building, see if I can see someone that was like soulless, lifeless, just completely out of it, like Jane, and see if and call them over.
You find Jane.
Jane, could you perhaps get me a bucket of water? My familiar needs to soak once a day.
She kind of cocks her head, looks a little confused, and is like, "Okay." And she goes behind the bar, picks up a bucket, and goes to the bathroom and fills up a bucket of water and hands it to you. Like this?
Yes, thank you. You've been such a great help.
You see a little light come back into her eyes and then fade back away.
I walk back into the room, I set the bucket on the ground. Come here, Rana, bath time. I need a fucking play the part of them being a familiar.
No more. Rana, don't start.
Good, good.
Oh my god. Okay, so you wait about an hour as Rana soaked. Guards coming in and out look very fucking confused.
Don't worry about it. My familiar has a skin condition where he needs to soak for an hour.
Eventually, eventually, Kryn finds you, and like basically tosses armor at you guys. He tosses Abigail. So like it's clearly leather that's been dyed completely black with like padding and bracing of black scales,
Okay.
metal scales that are black.
All right.
And he gives Rana and Cas black scale mail.
Cool. Free.
Is it studded or normal leather for our AC purposes?
It's studded.
Okay. So I can leave my AC. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'll just make a note that I have black dyed one now. 2-foot tall scale mail, nice.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that you're a familiar. You get no armor.
And mine weighs 13 pounds, which makes me encumbered.
You get like kind of like I can't even describe it. Like a cloak made of scales. And it gives you +1 AC.
Oh, cool.
It's Rana. A tiny cloak made of scale. It is kind of heavy. It's 5 pounds. Sad noises.
So I get scale mail and he gets a cloak?
Yes.
Okay.
Kryn says, this will be your uniform and armor from now on. Don't lose it. I made it myself. Do not lose it.
Thank
Dude.
you. It means so much to me. And okay, I put 2 nets in the bag of holding.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put my old armor in the bag of holding along with the bracer that can
Everyone,
cut through trees.
everyone, just shove everything into the bag of holding. Weight's not the problem at the moment.
What is in the bag of holding at the moment?
A lot. We have okay, on my end we have a pair of we have studded leather in my bag. I have a rock that weighs 5 pounds, and I have 21 rations.
And now there's also the shovel and the bracers and my old studded leather armor that we can't sell yet.
Hold on, I need to do math because I don't actually know. Well, this calculator is useless. Like, okay, yeah, you're okay.
Honestly, we really should make a character sheet just for the bag of holding.
Kinda. I can do that. I'll give you all access to it. Give me a second, I'll do that.
I'll worry about the bag of holding, converting everything over to the bag of holding later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we should focus more on this session.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do it really, really fast. Save image. No, that's not what I wanted. Save. Upload. Players journals. All players. All players. Save. Edit sheet directly. There. I don't even know where to put this. It's gonna go in objects. Okay. So can everyone see the bag of holding?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
I was gonna name a character sheet of holding, but that works. Yeah, I made a bad joke. Ignore me.
No, I heard you.
I said ignore me.
No. I put the description of the bag of holding in there so you know how much you can hold. 64 cubic feet. That's 8 feet on both sides. On all sides.
Beautiful. Which means the frog could have fit entirely in
Yeah,
it.
no, the frog could have fit entirely in there.
Hold on. I did that math wrong because I did square. Should be cube root, which... Why is the calculator useless?
It's only useless if you don't know how to use it.
I hate you. Just give me cube root. Ugh. Four feet on all sides.
Okay, no, the frog could not fit in there. I might need to take the rock out.
Yeah, that's what I kept trying to say. Is like the problem with the bag of holding is not weight; it's physical capacity.
That's why I want a portable hole.
Well,
I'm gonna buy one.
I had to look at it to make sure if you even can. Six feet in diameter.
Yeah, much bigger. I can fit an entire beholder in a portable hole
No, you can't.
if you cut it up,
If you cut it up, you can.
which I did. I'll tell you that story later. Anyways, we got our armor. Now what? They were quite crunchy.
So he gives you the armor, and about 15 minutes later, Yizer comes in, and he looks at all of you and goes, "Follow me."
Okay.
And he leads you back to that door, and leads you inside. Inside, you can see where he was staying, which is like a so it's like hardwood floors, stone, like concrete walls, a like nice wooden desk, and off to the side is like basically it's like a nobleman's house, but small. It's like if you made a studio apartment fancy.
Okay.
So a studio apartment.
What?
They're all fancy.
No. No.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just a loft.
I think you and I have different definitions of studio apartments. So, and then he takes you through another door on the other side. On the other side of this door is just a big circular room with a like giant column in the middle. So it's tapered too. So it's like it's tapered at the top. You can't see my hands, and then it comes down and tapers at the bottom. Or I guess in reverse. It's like yeah. And basically, the whole room is curved, kind of like it's like a giant donut. Like if you inverted a donut, that would be this room. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Okay. Vaguely. Take a donut, stick it under the ground, delete the space the donut was in. I don't know what's happening.
That's the glare.
Sure. And there doesn't really appear to be anything in this room. Oh, you added the cloak. I see. And the hat. I couldn't even really tell it was a hat, so it does. So he takes you guys into the room and he says, "I'm gonna have you guys show me what you can do." Oh. He died. He did the dead.
Hmm? Oh, it's back.
he died for a second. Quick death.
How do you delete your browser? Do you mean just the shortcut? Oh.
Sure.
Well, don't do that anymore.
I'm sure that it was definitely intentional. Hang on. Bag of holding. Why are you like this?
Because we were hiding it.
He does that.
I'm trying to find a picture. My bad. I honestly wasn't.
Old granny bag slam.
Okay. Sorry, I was making things.
That's fine.
Hey, look, it's a donut.
It is, in fact, a donut. Really? As I was drawing the dynamic lighting? Now you're fucking trapped in there. Look what you did. Yeah, it's off center. You can fucking deal with it. Ugh, why is this being so fucking annoying? There, close enough. You guys now inside of an area?
To be honest, this is pretty huge to be underneath the city.
Yep. It is. It's true. I don't even know what he's saying.
Broken? I don't know.
The token's not broken.
No, I don't know.
It said token broken. I don't know what that means. Oh, well, fuck you. I made it in like 30 seconds. Jesus. I don't know why He's choosing to bully the GM. I don't know what he thinks he's going to get out of that.
Probably blown up.
Extra
Oh.
rolls. At disadvantage.
Okay. So he says, I want you guys to show me what you can do.
Okay.
And honestly, we should probably end it there.
Okay.
Because we've been playing for almost 4 hours.
Yep.
Oh, really?
I have 3 hours and 15 minutes on the recording, and we had more pauses.
Yeah.